The DJI Mavic Air 2 is the best professional drone for under $1,000 in my opinion. And this drone gives you an amazing bang for your buck. So if you're a professional videographer or photographer and want to shoot some amazing images, this drone might just be the one for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I love about this drone, what I don't love about this drone, and tell you why it's been my go-to drone for the past 3 months as a professional videographer and licensed drone operator living and working in Los Angeles. But before we get into it, let me just show you a few shots so you can see how incredible the footage from this drone actually is. So before I jump into all the amazing features this drone offers, let's talk about price. So there's two options when you're buying this drone. You can get the drone itself for about $800 US, or you can get the Fly More package, which I got, which comes with the drone, this awesome bag that holds everything, 3 batteries, and some ND filters. So for about $1,000, you get everything, or if you're on a budget and you want to get the cheapest option, you can get the drone itself for $800 with 1 battery. And I know price is subject to change, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can see what the current price is right now. Okay, let's get into why I love this drone so much. So the first thing I want to note is just how incredibly small this drone is. When you fold it up, it's about the size of a US bill, which is insane. I mean, let me just show you right now. So this is the drone when it's out, and super easy. Just flip over the legs, boom, boom, boom. This is my hand, this is the drone. Can you see the drone? You can kind of see the drone. But yeah, it's just so small. And being able to fit the drone in this bag with 3 batteries, a charger, a controller, and a sunshade is it's just wild. I mean, technology, it blows my mind sometimes. I mean, it is literally an amazing feat of engineering, this little guy. So size is just so incredible when you're traveling around and you don't want to be lugging a huge drone. So that's something I absolutely love. The specs on this drone too are also amazing. You can shoot 4K video at up to 60 frames per second to get some incredible footage. And you can also shoot 48 megapixel photos. So let me show you one example of a photo I shot of the All Blacks Life Matters rally. They put this really cool lettering in Hollywood, and I was able to take this wide shot. But then I was able to actually, because I have all this resolution, I was able to crop in and get this amazing image from the bigger image. So you just have so much resolution that you're working with for this little tiny drone, which is awesome for photography. Okay, so another thing I absolutely love about this drone is its battery flight time as well as its signal transmission. So this drone boasts I think it's about a 34-minute max flight time, and the signal, you can get crystal clear video transmission for miles, a few miles. So in this shot, I just wanted to test that to see if it actually works. So I went from the Manhattan Beach Pier all the way to Hermosa Beach, the Hermosa Beach Pier and beyond. And you can see the entire time I was able to have a crystal clear connection to the drone. Battery life was amazing. And just to be able to go a few miles and still see everything perfectly for a drone this small it's just wild. So happy with this, and that feature is just incredible. So I absolutely love the ActiveTrack on this drone. It's so simple. You can just select an object and choose a few different ways this drone can interact with it. So one of the ways I love is it can rotate around an object. So for this particular object, I selected the Manhattan Beach Pier. I had the drone auto rotate around it, and I'm just gonna speed up the shot to show you how smooth this shot is. So it's pretty incredible the things it can do. And then I also had it, I selected myself on a bike, had it follow me, which was also really cool. And this sailboat, selecting the sailboat, having it rotate around the sailboat was also another cool shot. I mean, the ActiveTrack is one of those ways where you can just kind of get these shots that you normally wouldn't be able to do, because it's just able to use its sensors to lock on an object and get these incredible movements that you just could not do manually. This drone also has some incredible obstacle avoidance sensors, both on the front and I believe the back as well. You got to be careful on the sides though, because it's not perfect. And I was using the ActiveTrack to track myself on this bike. I got a little too close to these rocks, and you can see it did not end great. Luckily, did not go into the water. This drone is actually pretty robust, no damage whatsoever. You can't see anything, it's still pristine shape. But the funny thing about this is when I crashed, I wasn't sure exactly where the drone was. And this drone has a really cool feature where you can go into the settings and you can click locate the drone and it will beep really loudly. So you're able to hear where the drone is and then go and find it. So I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully you won't need to use this feature, but if you ever do, it's an awesome feature in there. So these are all some pretty incredible features that have made me fall in love with this drone. Another really cool thing about this drone is because it's so small, you're able to fit this drone through some pretty tight places. And I use this drone primarily to shoot high-end real estate videos. So I'm able to get some actually really cool shots where I can go from inside, fly through the doors, go outside, and just being so small and so versatile, it just becomes this indispensable, amazing tool in my toolkit. Now, another thing that you might not really think about is this drone is so much quieter than my Phantom 4 Pro. And that's really nice, especially when I'm flying in residential areas and I don't want to disturb neighbors. Just having, it's not quiet, but having a drone that's much quieter than my other drone is extremely nice just to have a little lower profile and not get so many looks and disturb people. Okay, so the Mavic Air 2 is incredible and I've showed you all this great stuff about it. So let's talk about a few of the things that I'm not a fan of. So the first thing, and probably most importantly for me, is it's not great in low light. So let me show you an example of what happens when you try to push the light too far. Image falls apart, it looks real bad. That being said, if you shoot a few minutes after sunset, well, there's still some light in the sky. You can still get some pretty cool shots and it will look amazing. But once you start to get too far after sunset, then the image really starts to degrade. So if you're trying to do some extreme low light stuff, not your drone, not the drone for you. That being said, if you're doing photography, you can actually push the low light a lot better because you can have the longer exposure. So for photography, you can still get some cool low light stuff, but for video, it really falls apart when you're trying to push the light too far. Another thing that I'm not a fan of is this drone advertises amazing 8K hyperlapses, and from the stuff I've filmed, I've never been able to get a good hyperlapse with this drone. That being said, in the hyperlapse mode function, I've actually been able to do some cool stuff where I manually just make the drone go from one direction and keep going, kind of like I did from Manhattan Beach Pier to Hermosa Beach Pier, and that looked amazing. But when you do go into the hyperlapse mode and try to get something, has not worked out for me. So I don't know if anyone out there has gotten some really good hyperlapses with this drone. If you have, shoot me a message, because I'm really curious. Another thing too you want to note about this drone is its size, which is a positive but also a negative. So if you're trying to film in some higher wind situations, this drone really struggles. It can hold up pretty well, but its speed is severely decreased and it just is not powerful. If you're trying to do some fast stuff in high winds, this is not the drone for you. So those are just a few negative things about this drone. Not deal breakers for me, but I just need to be mindful of the fact of the limitations of this drone when I'm using it so I can make sure I can get the best shots possible. Okay, so to sum things up, this drone is absolutely incredible. I love it. It's gonna be my go-to drone for the foreseeable future. And if you're trying to get started in professional photo or video, this might just be the drone you wanna get. Now, keep in mind, there's so many different drones on the market these days, so definitely do your research and try to figure out what drone is right for you. But if you need a recommendation, this is a great starter professional video or photo drone. Now, one thing to note is if you're trying to do professional drone work, it does get a little complicated. So what I actually did is on my website, I made a free resource guide that kind of walks you through what you need to do to become a professional drone pilot, the license you need, how to get some insurance, and just some tips and tricks. So if you want that, I'll leave the link in the description below so you can check that out as well. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're into freelancing, drones, videography, give me a follow because there'll be a lot more videos coming soon. Okay? I don't know, I think that's it. Yeah, we're good. Bye.